that size difference. This iPad actually has Face ID. This is such a big upgrade. Alright, hi guys and welcome to another unboxing video. Today we're gonna be unboxing the iPad Pro 12.9 inch and I cannot believe I have this in my hands right now. Like, if you want to check out the vlog where I got it, I'll link it in the description. It's kind of interesting. I didn't plan on getting this at all. But yeah, I was returning my iPad Air and I literally got convinced at the Apple Store to buy this iPad Pro. I was considering getting the smaller iPad Pro, the iPad Pro 11 inch, I think it is. Double check. But somehow I ended up with this one because the guy at the Apple Store was like, just try it out for 2 weeks. If you don't like it, you have a 14-day return window. So if you don't like it, you can just return it. So I was like, okay, why not? So yeah, I'm just super excited to finally be trying this out. So let's just get started unboxing it. Alright, so this is an iPad Pro 12.9 inch 6th gen with Wi-Fi. As usual, I never really go with cellular. I just feel like personally I'm not gonna use it too much. I always have my phone with me if I'm going out, and I mostly just use my iPad at home anyways, and if I take it out I usually go somewhere with Wi-Fi, so it's never really been a problem for me so far. And if you're gonna add cellular, it's a lot more expensive, so if you feel like it's worth it, definitely go for it. But for me, I feel like Wi-Fi is enough. And then also it starts at 128 gigabytes, so I actually got the smallest storage possible, and this is already double as much as my previous iPad that had 64 gigabytes. This definitely has a lot of capacity. It's already like so powerful, great for video editing and just managing like really big files. And also I got this iPad in silver. My previous iPad is space gray. The iPad Pro is actually only available in two colors, which are space gray and silver, and I usually always go for the space gray, but this time I thought it would be fun to go with a new color. So yeah, you guys, I am obsessed to say the least. Like, this color is literally the prettiest color ever. Like, I obviously saw it in the Apple Store already, but it's like something about the lighting in the Apple Store makes the colors look a little off. So it kind of looked more yellow in the Apple Store. Anyways, this video isn't gonna be me obsessing over this color, but I just wanted to make a little like note on how pretty this color is. So if you're debating on whether to get the space gray or the silver, I would say get the silver. It's absolutely beautiful. Actually, we can do a little comparison to the space gray. So I have the iPad. This looks so small now. Oh my god. But I have this space gray iPad 9. I mean, this might not be the exact same color of the space gray iPad Pro, an idea of the difference. So here we have a little comparison. iPad Pro 12.9 inch versus iPad 9. Look at that size difference. And also you can see how upgraded the iPad Pro camera is compared to the regular iPad. Like, the iPad Pro has a full-on like iPhone camera, iPhone 14 camera. We can actually look at the specifications. Alright, so the iPad Pro camera has pretty much everything you would need from a camera. So it has a 12 megapixel wide camera with a 10 megapixel ultra wide camera. So this one actually has the like zoom out feature, so which is really good. I use it all the time for capturing more in the photo. Even if I'm really close to the subject, the ultra wide camera works really good. And also it has 4K video recording, which is really good. This one only has 1080p, and the iPad 9 only has an 8 megapixel camera, which is why it's so much smaller. It's literally just one little camera. This one has two cameras, so one for the wide camera and one for the ultra wide. Okay, also while we're comparing these two, let's just take a moment to look at the price difference, because this is a $1,500 plus iPad. This one I got for $300. So it's actually gonna be really interesting seeing if, you know, the difference is those $1,300 extra is actually worth it for the additional features you get for this iPad. But yeah, so let's just start it up right away because I'm really excited to start using it. Apparently I already pressed the power button because it already says hello. Quick start. I'm gonna set it up manually. By the way, when you're about to set up Wi-Fi and need your Wi-Fi password, if you're connected to your home Wi-Fi on your phone or any other Apple device, you can actually now go into settings and click Wi-Fi. And then if you press on the password, it's gonna show the password. So like it's gonna use Face ID. And then you can just copy it or type it in on your new iPad. So that's just a really good time saver because I used to like have to run and look up the Wi-Fi password unless you already know your Wi-Fi password. But and talking about Wi-Fi, it is so easy for anyone on the internet to access any information about you, including your full legal name, address, phone number, and a lot more. So for example, if I search up my friend's name on Google, there are 5+ people search sites coming up showing all her info, including birthday, email address. It is so scary to think that this kind of information is so easily accessible to anyone online. And this information is accessible because of data brokers who profit by selling your information online. And that's why I'm so excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Aura, which has almost every internet safety tool you'll ever need all in one app. So Aura will identify data brokers that are exposing your information and then automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf, and they'll even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists. And Aura also monitors your emails and passwords to see if they were involved in any data breach or exposed on the dark web, and gives you recommendations on what you can do. And Aura's app also features VPN services, password manager, real-time credit, identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and protects your device from malware. And it's just so convenient to have all these internet safety tools inside one app. So instead of trying to manage all your information online, just let Aura do all the hard work of keeping you safe online. If you sign up right now, Aura will give you a 2-week free trial if you sign up with my link. So just go to aura.com/simplysofia to start your free trial. Just click the link in the description or scan the QR code right here. You'll be shocked to see how much of your private information Aura finds exposed. Alright, it may take a few minutes to activate your iPad. This never takes a few minutes. It takes like 3, 2, oh. There we go. Face ID. Alright, so this iPad actually has Face ID. I've never had an iPad with Face ID. This is literally just a big iPhone. Look at that. They're pretty much the same device, just a much bigger version. And I mean, this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and this looks tiny compared to the iPad Pro. But yeah, my previous iPad had the home button with Touch ID, and the iPad Air that I tried had Touch ID on the power button, which was a really big upgrade. All right. Oh, wait. Like, very first impression, I can already tell the swiping is so much smoother than the iPad 9 and the iPad Air also. I mean, it's not that important really, but I feel like it's just a really nice difference. It's really what makes this iPad, the iPad Pro, it's already just a much better experience. But yeah, let's try the camera because I'm just so excited for that. This is actually really interesting because, you know, you can kind of judge the quality a lot more when the screen is so big because you can like see all the details. The selfie camera is actually clear. I feel like the selfie camera is always disappointing, but this one is actually not. I mean, guys, it's not really easy taking selfies with this big camera, but I mean, if you got the iPad Pro, you probably didn't get it to take selfies. Pretty much an exact dupe of the iPhone camera. I was like, how do you get the ultra wide camera? you just press this, but it zooms out literally so much. Wait, this is like a whole new photo taking experience. Wait, I feel like the ultra wide camera is a lot better on the iPad than my iPhone 14 Pro Max. Let's do a comparison. Okay, so this is the furthest away I can be when taking a selfie with the iPad. This is how the picture turned out, and this is the furthest way I can be with the iPhone camera, and this is how the picture turned out. Like, do you see the difference? Alright, so I'm currently looking through the comparison summary on the Apple website between the iPad Pro and the iPad 9th gen, and one of the biggest differences is that the iPad Pro has something called ProMotion technology. So this makes the refresh rate on the iPad Pro a lot faster. So usually the refresh rate is 60 Hz, which means that it refreshes 60 times per second, but the iPad Pro has twice as fast refresh rate, so it has 120 Hz. But I also think it's worth mentioning that you're probably not gonna miss ProMotion if you haven't tried it before. I think I'll definitely be able to tell a difference now if I use this and then go back to my older iPad. So I definitely get why people say this is like an iPad for professionals, but you know, for students, I don't think honestly you need to invest in an iPad Pro. It would probably be a smarter financial decision to just go with an iPad Air. You know, I feel like I'm kind of getting a clearer understanding of the three like different iPad levels after now using all of them, because I kind of thought the iPad Air and the iPad Pro were kind of similar, but now I'm realizing they're absolutely not. This is such a big upgrade. Okay, now that I'm watching a YouTube video on both iPads, I'm realizing how big the quality difference is. To summarize, I'm blown away by how good this is. I was kind of going in with mindset that I wouldn't think it would be that much better than my older iPad, but I do have to say it is a much better experience. This iPad, it just makes the iPad experience so much better, although I don't actually know if it's worth the price. So in the US, this one starts at $10.99, which I would absolutely no doubt think it's worth it if you want to invest in your work and you think you and your work would benefit from an iPad. But in Sweden, everything's just crazy expensive, so I paid $1,600 for this instead of $10.99 because, you know, I'm not a professional editor and I'm not at all a professional artist. So I don't actually know for me personally if it is worth it or if I should just go back to an iPad Air, because as a student I feel like you could definitely spend your money on better things. But yeah, I don't know guys, I don't know, please comment what you think. And obviously only used this iPad for not even an hour, so but no matter what, it is a super amazing iPad. I honestly didn't expect it to be this good. Alright guys, but that was my little review and first impression of the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. So I'll link my unboxing and review of the iPad Air in the description, and also the iPad 9 unboxing and a review. Alright, but yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.